Good morning, guys. It is super early where I am. Thought I would take advantage of not being able to sleep this morning and get some videos done that I've been wanting to do for y'all for a while. Those who don't know me, I am Krista Design. I've been doing crafting for several years now, and one of the most requested things that I get, one of the most requested questions that I get is what kind of supplies I use. What is my favorite supplies? Every artist has their favorites, and you know, it's just going to depend on what your preference is. But I figured I would show you guys what my favorite supplies is, what I have within arm's reach, what I use all the time on my stuff. So you can find me on Facebook at Krista Design. I'm also on Instagram, Pinterest, and the internet at KristaMarieDesign.com. So let's go ahead and get started. As far as Bibles go, it really doesn't matter what kind of Bible you have. We'll start with just the basic journaling Bible. A journaling Bible has a border over here that you should be able to write or draw in. It also has places, if it's a genuine Bible journaling Bible, then it's going to have bigger areas where you can do your art. For me, I didn't mind doing this one. I got it on sale at Hobby Lobby, so that's why I ended up going with this one. And it works just fine for me. I'm trying really hard not to get over the words, so that's why I decided to go with this particular one. And it does really well about not bleeding through. So that's why I went with this particular one. If you don't have a Bible journal, don't worry about going out and spending money to get one. I started with this one. This was a Bible that I had, my grandmother gave it to me when I was in 2nd grade, and I used it up until I got married. And when I got married, our life group gave me a women's Bible, a women's devotional Bible, and so this one went on the shelf. And when I decided to get into Bible journaling, I had actually started in my hymnal. Let me show you. This is my hymnal. This is what I started with because I didn't like the traditional Bible journaling. And so I started in here, and you can see this is kind of, you know, you don't have to use an actual Bible. You can use a hymnal. So I did a lot of that stuff because music is so important to me, and I was raised on all these amazing hymns. So I decided, let's just use my hymnal. Well, then I started finding some things that I really wanted to try, and then I decided, you know, I really want to start doing a Bible study every day where I was in my Bible. So I went and got this Bible off the shelf. As you can see, it's pretty beaten up. I had this on me at all times when I was growing up. So it's, you know, it's had to be glued back together a couple of times. But it worked just fine for what I wanted. I do a lot of watercolor in here, but you can see it bled through. This was before I knew a whole lot about Bible journaling, and so it was a great way for me, see the pages are kind of falling out, it was a great way for me to just dive in and try some stuff without any fear, because this Bible meant so much to me that I would rather it be an art piece. So that's why I used this, and it worked just fine for what I wanted. So don't feel like you have to go out and buy a Bible journal. Hit the thrift store, find one at the thrift store if you want. Most of the time thrift stores have them for free. But you can also just pick up any regular Bible, and now you can find Bible journals everywhere. You can find them in Michael's and use a 40% off coupon. You can find them in Hobby Lobby. Walmart has them now. or you can get them online. There's a lot of great places. Amazon has them for about $30. You can get them at Mardell's. There's so many places you can get them. So that's the actual material to be working with. The first thing I do when I go to Bible Journal, let me start with this one. The first thing I do when I go to Bible Journal is I prep my page. And so to prep your page, all you need is some gesso. And gesso is kind of like a white paste. This one right here, well, and if it's regular gesso, it's going to dry white. And if you don't like that and you would rather to be able to see through it, like I did here, you can see the gesso got a little bit further up in here. It's clear, and so I just went on Amazon and bought clear gesso. The vendor that I was buying my clear gesso through, they have went out of business, so this is the next best thing. I like Dina Wigley, so this is on Amazon. I want to say it's about $8, and then this is with Fun Stamper's Journey, and I'll link that in the comments as well. This is from Fun Stamper's Journey, and it is $5.95, I believe. It may be $7.95, but though that's what I usually do. And I just use a regular paintbrush. I just use something like one of these paintbrushes to brush it on. So, and then hit it with a blow dryer, and it dries pretty quick. Okay. Set that to the side. The next thing I use, let me see. Trying to think. Okay, journaling pens. I keep mine in these little pouches here because they're see-through and they're easy to find what I need. I use gel pens. These are just little Papermate colored pens. I got those at Walmart for really cheap. I don't spend a whole lot of money on my stuff, so you can find some really cheap, especially now that school supplies is in right now. A lot of things are on sale, so stock up on that stuff. But that's the pens that I use. And then I have markers. Let's see, you can get, these are from Michaels by A.C. Moore, and they're actually made for Bible journaling, so they don't bleed through your page. So if you don't prep your page with the gesso, these won't bleed through. I have some metallic markers so that I can get that metallic feel. Precision markers. These are by A.C. Moore in the Bible journaling. No, I'm sorry, not A.C. Moore. I keep saying that. It's by American Crafts. So, still A.C., but it's by American Crafts at Michael's. So, and then these are in the same shape as these Bible journaling markers. These are by Tim Holtz, and they bleed through, so you do have to use the gesso before you use these. But they had different colors, so that's why I use those. And then Rose Art, or Crazy Art markers. Let's see. This right here is probably one of my biggest kept secrets in my arsenal. I love this marker. It's by Prismacolor. You can get this for $5.99 at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. You want to make sure you get a gray color, and it's at 60%. So you can either get the warm one, which is the W, or you can get a cool gray, which is kind of more of a bluish gray, and it'll have a C in front of it, but you want to make sure that this number right here is 60%. And so what that does, it's very hard to see on the video, but you can see behind the "He is pleased his children." There's a shadow back here, and so when you go to use that, you can put it right over the top of all your art. Oh, sorry. It has two tips. You can put it right over the top of your art, and it's a little more faint. I can't remember. The opacity is not as thick on it. It's more transparent. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. So the transparency is wonderful on that. And you can do this right over the top of your art. I use this on a lot of stuff. I've used it on my canvases when I want to just make letters pop just a little bit more. So that's one of my favorites. And then also a white pen. These are by Recollections at Michael's. So, and these have a wonderful consistency to them. So it's not like a gel pen, it is a felt tip marker, but you really get that pop on there. And if you wanted to, you could go over it a couple of times to get it to stand out a little bit more. So I use that one a lot too. I like that it has a broad tip on it. So, and you can get those in multiple colors. I like the white, hot pink. Hot pink is really nice, and the blue. And all three of these work on black, or those dark colors. So, those are my favorite pens. Let's see. So now, let's move over to my big green bin. This sits right up here, up on a shelf right in front of my desk. I keep it within arm's reach, and it has a little handle in here so I can take it with me when I go to crops or Bible journaling events and stuff. And it has almost everything I use in here. So I'm just going to set this back to the side so that I can show y'all. I can go through it one at a time. Let's see. So in my little arsenal here, I have more markers. These are the broad tip markers. I do a lot of calligraphy with these, but they're also just great for just regular writing out. I love my Mermaid markers by Jane Davenport. These are a bit of a splurge. They are, I want to say they're $40 at Michael's, but you can use a 40% off coupon on them. They are my absolute favorite. I use them all the time. I have colored pencils in here. Let's see. I have two different kinds. I have my Colorcopia colored pencils. This is if I want like a soft tone. And then I have my woodless color pencils. These are very vibrant, and so I use these. And then with these colored pencils, I have my Gamsol. It's just a great way to blend your colored pencils together. So, and then I'll have a couple of sticks stuck in here for that. I have watercolors in here. I have several different kinds because I love to watercolor. I have those, and then, I mean, the Mermaid markers are watercolors, but I have these. These are $5 at Michael's all the time. They're not on sale, and you can't use a coupon on them, but, I mean, for $5, that's a great price. These are at Hobby Lobby. They have a real shimmer to them. And then I also have colored, or watercolor pencils. And I'll be doing a video soon on the different types of watercoloring, but these are great as well, and these are $5. I like Artist Loft at Michael's. You can get a lot of stuff, and that's what that brand that is. That's Artist Loft as well. Let's see. I also have my gelatos. I don't have a fancy bag for them. I just stick them all in here. I have all my gelatos. Those are great for creating backgrounds. And then I have my my twisted up crayons. I really don't use these very much anymore. First of all, I don't like the wax on them. I'm not a huge fan of crazy art crayons anyway, but I decided to just try these out because I liked the little pouch that they were in. I don't use them very often. They probably end up being donated to my daughter. I love these distress crayons. These are brand new, and I think I got these at Michael's, but I was told Hobby Lobby is a little bit more affordable. So these are really neat, and they're water soluble, so you can start blending with water as well, and they're really cool. So don't get these if you can afford it, and you like to do crayons, then do Crayola, because they're usually twice or 3 times as much, but the wax on Crayola is just different than Crazy Art. So let's see. And then I just have like a Mod Podge of things. Stamps. I'm a sucker for just basic type font. So I have those stamps. I have the numbers, and I'll be going back this week to get the capital letters because I love these so much. These are really cool because they click together, so you can take them apart and create different words, but when you get ready to stamp them down, they're all clicked together, and so it's a nice clean image when you go to use them, and I just love that. But then also you can get this fun effect. Let's see, that one was in Matthew. Here we are. When you go to stamp, if you slightly move it, you'll get this really cool little line around it. To me, it's a little grungy, and so that's why I use these over these. That's why I use these over these, because I get this really cool little line, and it's kind of grungy. I love that. These are great if you use a block, and so in my bin, I also have blocks for my stamps. But these are really cool. I got these on the Wish app for $1, guys. And there's 2, 3, 4 different fonts on there. So these are really cool. Some other stamps that I use. Let me see. You can get Bible journaling stamps from Michael's by American Crafts as well. I think these are about $4 at Michael's. And then of course in the stamps area, a couple of different stamps. I think my favorite stamps right now are the ones from Fun Stamper's Journey. They have the cling on the back, so you would need a block with them, but man, you get such a nice, pretty clean image. I don't mean by pretty clean like close. I mean it's just a gorgeous, clean stamp when you go to use these. And they have 3 different sets. So these are fantastic. These are my favorites. I use them for card making. I use them in my Bible. It's just my favorite. Sorry, I was gonna look for a one of my images, but I don't see. Oh, I have okay, this right here. This God is light, in him there is no darkness at all, is this one right here. So so those are my stamps. And then too funny, I have crackers in here. I don't know why, but apparently I got hungry one day. More stamps. I have my rolling stamps. This one says today, goals, reminder, focus, important. This is actually for my calendar, but I apparently used it on my Bible the other day, so that's why it's in this bin. And then I have this one that says on this day, lovely, best day ever. I don't actually use this part that has the words, but I use the date stamp part. So, and I need to get another one because this one only goes up to 2018. So I'll have to get another one this year or next year. Let's see. I also have stencils. These are fun to use with paints. So I use stencils in my crafting. I have a trimmer in here because there's sometimes things I want to cut down. And then I have things like, I went to Hobby Lobby and I found some really pretty little stickers. And these are see-through, so I can put them right on top of stuff. And Rub-Ons. That's the last thing in my bin. Rub-Ons are awesome. They're kind of a supplies that's not being used very much anymore, but they're amazing for Bible journaling. So I have a bunch of those in here as well. Okay. So let me stick that back up there. Okay, and then I have this big pouch that I carry with me. I got this at the dollar store. It's falling apart, needs to be replaced. But I have so many goodies in here, things that I've printed offline. Because if you go to Pinterest, especially on my God in Art page, I have a bunch of printables. And there's things like little tabs. And I cut down stickers and stick them in here, little things like that, little printouts and stuff. If I have sheets of stickers that I've used, I'll cut them down so that I don't have to have the entire package. I just have a variety of things in here, so it's easy for me to just grab it and go. This is one of my favorite items. This is like a plastic sheeting. It's very thick. It's by Illustrated Faith, and what I use it for is when I'm Bible journaling. Let's say I don't want to get stuff on all of these pages back here. I'll stick this in here to be able to paint on. I can either use my gesso on this or I can paint straight on this. I use it for watercoloring and stuff, and that keeps it, because it's not going to bleed through if I use my gesso, but sometimes it gets off the edge and it gets on some of this other stuff. So this is a great way to keep that from happening. So, and it's by Illustrated Faith, but it's just a plastic sheeting. And then I have all kinds of stickers in here. I have some vellum, just to create some fun stuff. Let's see, more printables, more rub-ons, more stencils. Love these. These are by Tim Holtz, and I have that one and this one, and again it has that type font. These are individual stickers, so I can create whatever word I want to, and then these are actual full words, but they are like, what is the word? It's like more common words. So it's going to be things like go and good and place and but. And I found that a lot of the smaller words in my verses, for example, God so loved the world, I would do God and world, or maybe even God loved world, in the big bold letters, or I would do something fancy like calligraphy with them. And then so and the would be with these little stickers, and they have them in white and black. So there's so many of them in here. I use these all the time. I think these are some of my favorite stickers to use, but I do have a ton of alphabet stickers. Every time they go on sale, I go get some, because I go through these a lot. This is a great way to use up all those alphabet stickers that you don't use in your scrapbooking. I have a ton of them. And then I also have like little pockets to put prayers in. And these are really cool. I found these at Hobby Lobby the other day. They're just little metal bookmarks. Bookmarks. Okay. So anyway, that is pretty much everything. I can't think. If you have any questions or you have any suggestions of some stuff that I should add to my arsenal, leave it in the comments for me. If there's a product that you saw that you'd like to know where I got it or some more information about it, also leave me a comment down there, or you can also email me. I'll leave my email in the description. Again, you can find me on Facebook at Krista Marie Design. You can find me on YouTube, which is where you are right now. If you like my videos and you want to see more, be sure to click subscribe. You'll be the first to know when I upload something. I'm also on Instagram and on Pinterest, and then I'm also just on the regular World Wide Web at www.kristammariedesign.com. You guys have a wonderful day.